Hello, my beautiful Capricorns, and welcome to your general guidance for the next few weeks with me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome, or welcome back. Thanks for being here. It's tea and tarot time with Julie, so grab yourself a cuppa, get yourself comfy, put me on pause while you go and put the kettle on. Come back and let's have a little look what we've got going on for my Capricorns. And this is good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching. Okay, all right, Capricorn, what do we have? So this is going up on the 23rd of March for the next few weeks through the Easter period until I'm back again. So basically about 3 weeks. All right, okay, let's have a little look. I'm not here every 3 weeks, by the way. I post every day, more or less, okay? And we do a few general for the collectives as well. Just because it doesn't say Capricorn doesn't mean it's not for you, all right? Okay, let's have a little look. Well, that's a nice start. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, with the High Priestess, listening to that intuition. And the 4 of Coins, looking at your stability. We've got the Moon coming in. Centre of the reading, the 6 of Cups with the 2 of Coins. All right, I want to add in some energy oracle. Those are the Tarot of Dreams, by the way. Okay. All right, what do we have for Capricorn? Let's add some more information in, please. We will be clarifying and adding in some angel cards as well, and we'll do some affirmations too. All right, for my Capricorns. Okay. Oh, we've got 3 coming out together. All right. All right, are they the right way round? Yes, okay, all righty. Interesting, we got daughter value, all right. In this same sort of position, we've had the Queen of Wands coming out quite a lot, which is also about value. So there seems to be a theme for multiple signs about value at the moment, your personal sense of value of what you're worth. And that's very Capricorn, you know, it's like you work hard and you expect to get paid well for it. So knowing your worth, knowing your value. We've got cornucopia as well, which is the abundance card. And we've also got walking away from a certain amount of imbalance. All right, that's a sort of just general overview. We've got 2 major arcana cards, the High Priestess and the Moon, both of which have got the Moon on it. And we just come out of the Pisces new moon on the 18th, a few days back, manifesting very strong energy, okay, flowing energy. And now, of course, we're in the new astrological year. Mercury's gone direct. We've got, you know, we've just gone through the equinox, just lovely, lovely new energy. Let's get your affirmation out and we'll start to pull the whole thing together, all right? These are mine from hoping to have in the original deck. Oh, those 2. Okay. Let's have a look what we've got then. So I am proud of me. It's a remember card, right? When you think about yourself as a child, because as a child we're very natural, and all children are proud of themselves. They'll pat themselves on the back. They'll be very chuffed with themselves as something they've done. And for some reason, it tends to be kind of knocked out of us. You know, don't ring your own bell. Don't, you know, don't be conceited. Don't show off. All of those things start to temper that down, and I want that to come back, to really be proud of you, right? We don't have to achieve some phenomenal, you know, massive thing in order to be proud of ourselves. Sometimes just getting your backside out of bed is like, I'm so proud of me for getting up today because I didn't want to, I couldn't be bothered, but I did, right? Be proud of you for the small things and then the big things will follow, all right? So being proud of yourself is important. And get clear in your goals. I am clear in my goals. If you don't know what you want, the universe sure as heck doesn't, all right? So you've got to get clear in your goals and then you align with it and the universe meets you halfway. So what are the goals? Now it might be something like I want a new job, or I want more money, or I want a better home, or I want better relationships or better health. But it can be something as simple as I want more balance, I want more harmony, I want to feel more energy. It doesn't matter what it is, get clear in the goal, okay? And be proud of yourself, of wherever you are. You know, it's not I'll be proud when ... Be proud of yourself now, okay? Because that just brings more self-love, more self-worth, more kindness, more value into your world and life, and we want that, okay? So let's have a look at it then. This first row, 9 of coins, which is independent, self-sufficient, being able to provide your own needs, meet your own needs, provide for yourself, not needing anybody else. Doesn't mean you haven't got anybody else. It just means that you're not hugely dependent on them for your well-being. You've been looking after yourself here, making sure there's enough flow. In this row with the cornucopia, which is abundance, number 11, right, which is a master number, right, with the butterflies, with all of the fruits. It's just the fruits of your labour, that you've worked really hard to achieve something here. But I don't know if you're recognising it, all right, with the moon in between there. The moon is what's hidden, what we don't see, what's under the surface. And because we've got the proud of me card, this is kind of saying to me, I don't think you're recognising it, Capricorn. I don't think you see how much you've achieved, how hard you've worked, the abundance that you already have. You know, we're always in that sort of sense of, you know, I want more. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. But what we want to do is appreciate what we already have. And I want you to appreciate yourself and what you've achieved and what you already have within your world, your life and your energy. Let it come up to the surface and let it be seen. And then you step into really valuing yourself. Door to value, 31 is a 4. Sorry about that, Capricorn. I'm just getting over a chest infection. Still a little bit rattly, but I'm on the mend. Right, 31, 4. 4s are about foundations, money, the doors opening here. When you see your own value, other people start to see it too. But it doesn't happen if you don't recognise it. So I want you to really start seeing that. As we said here, all right, I'm just feeling with that moon card, I've worked really hard, but I don't really recognise what I've achieved. Recognise it, see your worth, see your value. We've got the 6 of Cups in the middle here, which for me is the card of the soul, the child within, the real essence of who you truly are. It's allowing that to come up. It's also friends, family, nostalgia, people from the past. And very often, as we were saying here about, you know, as a child, we're tending to be tempered down. Don't show off. Don't be conceited. Let the child rise within you of, yay, go me. Look at what I've done. Look at me, mommy. You know, it's that kind of energy. And I want you to be the mommy to yourself, right? And don't worry about family, as in terms of your real parents. I want you to parent your inner child and say to yourself, I am so proud of you. You've done so well. You've been amazing and I love you. I value you. I value everything that you do, and whether it succeeds or not, you gave it a go, you tried, and I'm proud of you. There's a really strong energy here. As I know I keep repeating it, and that's the way spirit work with me, that this is about seeing you, seeing yourself, recognizing your achievements, recognizing your value, and allowing yourself to really step into that and let it rise. These 2 cards with the moon and the high priestess, they're all about what's hidden, what's under the surface. And the high priestess is about our intuition, our soul, our spirit, our light, our star energy, letting it come up. Let your intuition guide you towards this value. When you see your value and you step into it and say, no, that's what I'm worth and that's what I want to be paid, and whether it's being paid with money or whether it is an exchange of appreciation, kindness, care, time, these are all exchanges. It's not just about money, is it? So feeling that coming through, this is about you seeing your worth. As you see your worth, you start to see with this last row what is not worthy of you, who is not worthy of you, what needs to go, what you choose to walk away from. Because when you see how much you've achieved, how much you've already attained, how valuable you are, you start to see the imbalance. You start to see where there's insecurity, where you're perhaps holding on to something too tightly that isn't worth your time. We've got the Four of Coins, which is a card of there is enough, but I don't necessarily want to kind of risk anything. It's a bit of a safe energy where we kind of dig our heels in and say, this'll do. And when you see your value and your worth, you say, do you know what? This won't bloody do. And I want more and I deserve more because I need to bring the balance in my life. So what are you walking away from? 27 is a 9. That's a kind of, right, I'm on my way here. I'm not quite finished yet, but I'm on my way. She's stepping out of the garden, through the gate, into something new. Expansion, growth. And she's confident about it. She is looking back to say, where have I been? What am I leaving behind? But I'm ready to move forward. So we're moving forward towards better balance. The Two of Coins is basically I'm overworking or I'm overgiving or I'm putting up with too much stuff and I need to get my balance, right? So what am I holding on to too tightly? Perhaps a job that doesn't value me, perhaps a friendship that takes me for granted, perhaps some family relationships that really don't see my worth and my value. That doesn't mean to say that I'm never going to speak to them again, but I might be just choosing to walk away from other people's negativity, other people's impact on me. We can be just saying when we walk away that I'm not necessarily never going to speak to you again, but I'm not going to let you say something like, oh, you're useless. I'm not going to let it get to me anymore. I'm just not, because I know my worth and I know my value. And if you don't and you don't see it, that's not my problem. It's yours, because you're the one losing out. I'm coming into balance here. This is actually a really empowering message for you, Capricorn. It's really about seeing yourself, getting clear in your goals. And the goal is I want balance and I want to know my worth. I want to recognize and see everything I've achieved. And then that puts me up a level, up a notch to say, I'm worth more than that. And so I'm off. All right, so let's find out a little bit more. I'm going to use the, I think this is the Marchetti Tarot. Let's find out some more. Tell me more for my Capricorns about this, please. This value. And it's not necessarily just about being paid in a job. You know, it's the way that we value ourselves, our health, our happiness. It's all of that, okay? So we got the Queen of Swords coming in with this truth, this clarity, this focus. She can be a bit sharp, but you know, sometimes we need to be. We're a little bit too soft sometimes. So this is you using that sword to cut through illusion and confusion, to see your value, to see your worth, and to let go of other people's disrespect and disregard. Yeah, that doesn't mean you excuse it. It doesn't mean you accept it. You're saying, it's not going to bother me. I'm just not going to let it bother me anymore. All right. You might be speaking up. You might be saying something, because the Queen can be, the Queen of Swords, a bit blunt. It's like, oi, who do you think you're speaking to? I don't think so. That's not acceptable. If that feels right for you, then you follow it. Follow that inner guidance. Okay. Four of Swords is time to step back and step away from where you have been ignoring or playing down your achievements, right? The Four of Swords is meditation, contemplation, rest, recovery, all of those things. But when we're talking about this context, step away from not seeing how much you've achieved and not seeing your value. It's time for you to step into your magnificence. 10 of Coins. You're going to like that, all right? Very Capricorn energy, all right? The 10 of Coins. money, security, stability, achievement. We're back to the achievement. Look what I have achieved. Look what I've gathered. This is legacy energy. This is financial flow. Why? Because I know my worth and I see my worth. I've had enough. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, of feeling down and feeling hard done by because I didn't see my worth and so nobody else did either. But I'm changing that now. I'm changing it. 3 of Wands, because I'm ready to grow and expand and I'm ready for my ships to come in. Look at him looking at it all like, have I done the right thing? Is this what I really want? Remembering that over here we've got getting clear in your goals, all right? The 3 of Wands is your goals, your ships coming in with the treasure on it. What is your treasure, Capricorn? What's important to you? So we know that what's important is the balance. Let's find out a bit more about this balance. Tell me more about the 2 of Coins for Capricorn, please. Generally, it's that you overwork and you put the long-term goals, which are great, ahead of... Sorry, I'm just listening. You put the long-term goals of it'll be worth it in the end, even if it's killing me now. And that's the bit that wants to change. It's like, it's not worth it for us to kill me now. I need to get my world and life in balance. So it's going to take a bit of time. The Hanging Man is patience and perspective. Look at things upside down and inside out. And then start working towards a better balance in your world. Sometimes we can make that happen overnight, but other times it's a gradual process over weeks or months when we're working towards better balance. So start to do that now of what you want to achieve for yourself. Okay, stop now, right? What do you want to achieve for yourself, Capricorn? Because the Page of Cups is going to bring you in a new opportunity that could be a bit of a surprise once you start looking at things from a different perspective and you start working towards this balance. You start opening up to greater happiness. There's the 9 of Cups. Beautiful. The wish, the goal. I've set my goal over here. I'm clear on it. That goal is to really see my value, see my worth, know who I am, and to step into my success, my recognition, my victory, and that it is lasting and stable and secure. The Hierophant is contracts and everything working towards this long-term goal of the value of the financial abundance, 10 of Coins and the cornucopia, but knowing and seeing what I've already achieved and working towards greater long-term stability, but in a way that is balanced and fair and harmonious for you. So your world and life, it's coming back into balance. It's coming back into no more robbing Peter to pay Paul or putting everything into one area like work and having no energy left for home and play. It's, I want it all. I want an equal balance across the different areas of my life, and I'm doing it, and that's the goal, and that's what I'm working on right now. All right, let's see what the angels want to add for you. Joy. Let's bring in some joy, Capricorn. Number 24, we're back to that 6. We've got the 6 of Cups in the middle. The playfulness, the childlike wonder, the joyfulness. Where is the joy in your life? When you start seeing your worth and what you've already achieved, you feel joyous, you feel happy, and you want more of it. And that's what brings more in. So Capricorn, this is a really lovely reading for you because other signs have had something a little bit more challenging, especially Sagittarius. Yours is about, I've done so much and I see me and I recognize me, and now I'm taking that forward to create a life that is more joyful, more balanced, more harmonious, and more me. All right. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you know what to do. Give it a like, give it a share, a hype. And if you haven't yet, do think about subscribing. It's completely free, you know. And I will be back soon with something else. And I'll see you then. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.